Yeah, good morning, one and all. Very happy morning to all, dear heads and professor and students. This wonderful session is going on from Monday onwards. It's a webinar. Today, our guest, Mr. Sanjay. Thank you for accepting my invitation, sir. And I would like to thank you, our directors and CEO and directors and all the faculty coordinators and all. And I would like to request Ms. R.Ramya, Ms. Sukumar sir, heads of the CS department. Please welcome, sir.
Shall I start, sir? Good morning to everyone. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir. Yours, sir. Please, sir.
Okay, fine. Good morning to everyone. Myself, Sukumar, head of the Department of in Computer Science, EGSPEC, Arts and Science College. Today is a special day for us, each and every one of being a part of a great event by today. I extend my warm welcome our college chairman, G.S. Jodhimani Amma, and our beloved secretary, Chevalier Dr. S. Parameshwaran, and college trust members. Welcome you all for this great event. Then our college CEO, Dr. Chandrasekhar, and our director, Mr. T. Vijayasundaram. Welcome you, sir. Then our college principal, Dr. S. Natarajan, and additional principal, Dr. A. Muhammad Ismail, and vice principal, and all head of the department in various levels, and teaching and non-teaching faculty members. Welcome you all. Then our placement officer, Mr. Naina Marakaya, and other placement team members, welcome you all. On behalf of EGSPEC Arts and Science College, I welcome our chief guest, Mr. Sanjay Raveendran, in HR Talent Acquisition in Kotak Life Insurance. He is working towards connecting young minds and strive towards success and achievements. We are grateful to him accepting our invite and becoming a great part of GCS as part of today's event. Then welcome my dear students for this wonderful event by today. Once again, I welcome you all for this great event. Thank you all. Wish you all the best. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
So, can we start now?
Ramya ma'am.
Sorry, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm Paul, trainer from Department. Now, our
I think she is having network issues.
Sorry, there's some network issue.
Yeah, not an issue. So can we start, or do we have any other formalities?
Yes. I request Ramya, ma'am. Can you please give the introduction? Ramya, ma'am. Okay, Sanjay sir, some network problems here. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed, first of all, for inviting me for this event. And so I always expecting addressing to students, to the young minds. So that is my great privilege. So thank you so much for inviting me for this event, and so thank you so much for all the staffs and faculties who are all part of this event. And so I could say almost 150 strength in this event. So I know it's a live webinar, and I just got this invitation from Mohammed 1 week back, and when I was looking at the topic, so it is employability skill. Okay, so what is the skills that the students required to brush up to strengthen in order to get their employment. So whenever the opportunities come from campus, or if some other employees are knocking at the campus door. Okay, so I was really thrilled, just to inform to students and just take a session for the students. And so this is a very important topic. So in fact, in this scenario, and for a college students, this topic is very important. So definitely it is going to add value to all of you. So all the students who is participating, or who is hearing this there in the webinar. Okay, so we will begin the session from here. Okay, so I don't have any PowerPoint presentation. So whenever I go for any webinar or any presentation, so I will not present any PowerPoint, because definitely it will distract students. They will be looking at that PowerPoint presentation, and they'll be miss out the audience. Okay, so I mean the speaker. So I'm just going to share few insights and few tips for employability skill, and what is the skills that you require to develop in order to get a job. Okay, or employment in any organization. So whether it is campus interview, or whether it is an off-campus interview, so whatever it is. So definitely this is going to help you. So that is 100%. And before that, I would like to share my experience when I was there in EGSPEC this year. So this is the first year that we entered into EGS college for a campus recruitment. So we had a plan to go for other college, and when I was asking for my managers, who is part of Tanjavur, Tiruvarur, and Pudukkottai location. So the manager suggested me this college because of the reputation and the quality of the students. That's why I came to know about this college, and we entered in this college in the in this year. So in fact, in March, I think we came to EGSPEC for a campus recruitment for UG students. Okay. So my experience, we had a very good students. Okay. So that is my feedback. In fact, after the recruitment process, we have given our feedback in the feedback form also. The quality of the students is really very good, and the knowledge level is far from our expectation. And so really there are few students they couldn't crack the final round of interview or online assessment. Okay, so whatever it is. So for them, and in the coming students who are all there in the second year, so they have to upgrade their skills, and what is the strength they need to develop. That anyway we have given in the feedback form. So that is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, so just to give you the introduction about myself. Anyway, you got the introduction from Mohammed. Okay, about myself. So anyway, I'm just giving you a brief introduction about me. Myself, Sanjay Raveendran. So I am working in Kotak Life Insurance. So for the past 3 years, and I'm taking care of talent acquisition, which means recruitment in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry region. And so before that, I was in Exide Life Insurance. So my entire tenure of experience is only in the insurance industry. Okay. So there is a motto or there is a reason behind choosing an insurance industry that we will discuss in the part of discussion. Okay, so this is a little introduction about me. I have close to 8 years of experience, and so I'm based out of Chennai. Okay, so when we come to the topic, so employability skill. Okay, so we have to look at really few points. Okay, so I'll tell you. So what is the skills that you require to get a job? Okay, these are all the basic skills. Okay, anyway, the employer is not going to expect something more, or they don't require they don't expect you to do some rocket science. These are all the basic skills each and every employer is expecting for employer in the sense the company. Okay, so but it will be differ from industry to industry, okay, or company to company. Okay, so if you take IT industry, their expectation would be different, and if we take insurance or sales industry, their expectation would be different. If you take healthcare industry, so their expectation would be different, and so for each and every uh, industry, the experience would be different. Okay, so when we came to EGSPEC, so we had so we were on the same day of campus. So we were doing campus interview for UG students, arts and science students, and at the same time, one more campus was going on. So that is for healthcare students. Okay, I think biotechnology or microbiology students. They are expected. When I have had a discussion with the employer, I mean the hiring person, hiring HR. So their expectation was entirely different. Okay, so for industry to industry and company to company, the expectation will differ. So accordingly, you have to change yourself. Okay, change accordingly. You have to prepare yourself. Before that, only one thing. The first thing that I would request you to take upon is decision making. So that is very, very important. Okay, this is the first skill that you require. Okay, so anyway, you are in undergraduation. This is the crucial juncture in your career. Okay, you are going to complete, or you are going to within 1 year. You are going to, people who are all there in the second year, you will be completing your graduation within 1 year of time. And who is there in the third year? Anyway, your graduation is almost over. So you have to very strong in taking your decision. That is the major point, and that is a vital, skill that you require. So I'll tell you where it is going to help you and how you have to, brush up your, decision making. Okay. So decision making in the sense it is starting from the routine. Okay, your day-to-day life. Okay, so whether you have to wake up at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, that is in your hand. Okay, so that is what you are going to decide on the day. Okay, so that would be a first decision. So you are setting alarm around 6 o'clock, but if you are waking up 8 o'clock, you are doing somewhere in decision making. Okay, so you are putting snooze on the alarm and you are waking up at 8 o'clock. So you have taken decision, but you are not sticking to it. Okay, so there is some gap that you have to bridge. So the decision, it is in your hand only. So whether you are going to stick it or not, that is in your hand only. Okay. So the first thing is decision making that you have to make a note of now. Okay. So when it is coming to your graduation or in employment, so I'll tell you how it is going to help you. Okay. So in employment, so if you will be getting a information from your placement officers or your HOD that these are all the companies that coming for the campus recruitment. Okay, so now you will be getting all the information. At least 1 week back, you will get all the details. Okay, and so you will be getting all the details about the company, the job role, the compensation, and everything. Now the decision making is going to take a key role here. Okay, so you have to decide. If you are a BCom student, you have to analyze yourself whether I need to take this opportunity or not. Will it match my skills? Will it going to help me in future? So if it is a sales role, So you can analyze, okay, so whether it is going to help me, uh, uh, whether it will give me a good earning, whether it will give me a good career growth. So in all these aspects, you have to first analyze and you have to take a decision. So most of the students, the mistake that they are doing is, they are taking the decision, then they are, withdrawing back. Okay. So in this period, what is happening is you're wasting your energy and you're wasting your, time, and you are not, capable of taking a good decision. So that is what it indicates. So first thing is you have to take a decision first. If you are a microbiology student, if healthcare company is coming, you have to analyze in all the parameters. Okay, so whether it is going to help me or not, whether this company is good or not, and whether this JD is, up for my role or not. Okay, everything you have to analyze and you have to take a decision. Once you taken a decision, you should not go back. Okay, whether it is right or wrong, or whether it is going to give you a success or not, you have to stick on it. Okay, because you're taking a lot of time to make a decision. So after you took a decision, definitely you should not change the decision. Whether it is right or wrong, you have to try it. Okay, so that is the most important thing, because I have lot of experience. We used to hire students from a lot of colleges. Okay, so at the time of campus, we'll be explaining everything in and out about the job role, the company, and their career growth, their compensation, everything we will explain. But when it's coming to joining, so we'll offer the students. Okay, we'll give the offer letter to the students. So at the time of joining, so we'll be having some dropouts. Okay, dropouts in the sense we will hear something from the students. Okay, so that they are not interested, the parents are not interested, they are going for a higher study. So at this point of time, we'll be very disappointed. Okay, so we'll be making all the analysis, and we'll be thoroughly interviewing all the candidates. We spend our almost all the time there in taking the students. But at the time of joining, if this dropout is happening, so definitely that is a disappointment for us. Okay, so if you would have taken a decision there, right decision there, definitely it would have not happened. Okay, or if you would have taken a decision for a higher study much before, or if you have a strong guts that or strong feeling, if I am doing a higher graduation or PG, MBA or whatever, so if you're taking this decision in the right time, so definitely it is going to help you, and it is going to save time for others as well. Okay, so my first advice is, so take your decision properly. Okay, be stick on it. Okay, and so take the decision on right time. You're taking a decision now, and then later if you're changing for some other reason, definitely it is not going to yield any value for you or the some other person. And stick on it and take a decision on right time. So this is the first skill that you require, coming to the employability skill. Okay, so when we do the campus interview, we'll be analyzing the students' decision making capability, whether what the parents are asking about their current employment. So when we offer to a students, we will ask them, so did you inform to your parents what they're telling? So are they insisting you to go for higher studies? Then they will tell, yeah, they are asking me to do a higher study. Few students will be uh, not able to convince parents. Few students will be answering like, so it is my decision only, I can anyway convince my parents. Thoroughly convinced with this job, and this is more important for me than higher study. Anyway, the higher study I can do in part time also. So anyway, I'll get a degree, PG, and so at the same time we'll get experience as well. Okay, so this is what students will explain. So in all the parameters, we will assess these things. Okay, and the second thing is team working. Okay, so team working in the sense, definitely you will not be having any experience before you work in an organization. Okay, so it will start from the college only. Okay, so team working, definitely we cannot expect much from the students, but definitely you'll be having NCC, NSS, and you'll be having sports activities. You'll be having college cultural activities. Uh, Try to be part of all these activities, or at least one or two activities. Okay, so there you will find out what is the skill, team team management skill that you have. If you are part of a football team or a cricket team, how you are managing a team, what is your key role there. Okay, because when you come to the employment or when you join an organization, this team work is definitely important. You are not going to work alone. Okay, you'll be working with almost a chunk of people. Okay, maybe 10, 15 or 30 member of team people. Okay, if you're not able to cope up with your team people, okay, so definitely the teamwork is not going to work for you. Definitely you're there with all the students in college, but studying or being in the class with all the students is different, and working in a team with somebody is really different. Okay, so that's why I advised, you can be part of any college events, be it sports or be it cultural activities, or be it any organizing events. So be part of it, and you will try to learn so how you have to handle a team, or how you have to manage a person, individual. From individual only it is starting. Okay, if you're not able to manage a team, or you're handling a team of 10 members. Okay, if one person is wrong, or if one person is not obeying, or you are unable to cope up with this person, definitely the entire team will spoil. Okay, so definitely you should have some experience, be part of any college or cultural events and the sports events, and try some experience, get some experience from this events, and you can utilize that experience in your employment when you join in an organization. So when we do the interview for a student, so in any company, so it is irrelevant to the industry. Okay, even if you're working in IT industry or sales department or insurance industry or automobile industry, in any industry if you work, definitely this team handling is required. Anyway, you're going to work with a team only. Okay, you're not going to work alone, so it will help you definitely. So you have to so upgrade the skill, team working skill. It is mandatory to build up, and ability to learn and adapt. Okay, so you should have the ability to learn new things. Okay, and see, some students will be very expert in doing transactional skills, transactional activities. Okay, like they'll be having a routine, normal schedule every day. So morning 7 o'clock they will wake up, and from 9 o'clock they will reach college, and 9 to 4 o'clock they will be in college, and after college they will be having some agendas like playing with friends, and doing homework after that, and some routine they'll be having. Okay, so apart from that, you have to keep changing your schedule. So if you are sticking on a schedule, a daily schedule, so definitely your mind will be stick on that. So if you are changing this schedule after 15 days or 20 days, even 1 month later, be it 1 year later, so it is very difficult. You have to keep changing your schedule. Try to work in different schedules, which is making you challenge. Okay, so which you are feeling as a challenging thing. For example, so if you are waking up 7 o'clock for 1 month or 2 months, try to change your schedule. So try to wake up at 6:30 for 1 month or 2 months. Okay, so definitely it is little tough for a few days. And so if you're going for college around 9 o'clock, try to go around 8:45 at least. So definitely there you will find some difficulty. So this is what adapting skills. Okay, you should be ready to adapt any situation. So when your normal schedule is getting changed, okay, you should be ready to adapt that change, and you have to cope up with it. Okay, because see, when you join in an organization, when you start your career, start your employment, so the company will expect different from you. Okay, something different, definitely something different from you. Okay, they will expect. So you are doing one thing, suddenly your manager will come and tell you, so no, you could not do this, you have to do it like this. Okay, there you will find difficulty. So I was doing like this, now I am finding difficulty, he is asking me to do like this, what I will do. Okay, so there you will find some difficulty, and so you have to be ready to adapt any kind of situation. So that is the second point. Okay, so you have to adapt any kind of situation when it comes to employment. So you should be having some examples. Okay, so these are all the basic points which I'm telling. Okay, so anyway that you are going to prove these skills when you join in the employment. But before that, when the employment opportunities comes, when the HR is doing the interview, so you should be having some examples. They'll be asking questions from this. Okay, so how you will adapt. So some one HR is asking how you will adapt situation. So they'll be telling, say, I am ready to adapt situation. I can adapt any kind of situation. But what they are expecting is some example. Okay, have you done some activities, or have you experienced that? So can you please explain about some situation that you have done the adaptation part, or you were adapted yourself, or changed yourself to the new situation. Okay, so they'll be asking some examples. For that, you should have some examples. So that is anyway there from your college experience. Okay, day-to-day college activities. Okay, so this is part of everybody's life, not only from a person who is joining in a company. So even who is working in a college also, as a staff also, it will be applicable. Okay, so they'll be taking class for second year students. Sometimes they will get an opportunity to take a class for third year students. So there they have to adapt themselves according to their third year students knowledge and their expectation. They have to change themselves. Okay, so it is applicable to all. So adapting things or adapting situation would be the major thing. Okay, so that is the second thing. And learn new things. Okay, uh, ability to learn and ability to adapt. Okay, so that's what we were discussing. So adaptation part I have already discussed. Ability to learn new things. Okay, so some students will be very reluctant. Okay, so they will be very reluctant to learn new things. So I'll tell you, so that this college life, okay, this life definitely you're not going to get back anyway. This 3 years of time, you'll be thinking, so I have 3 years of time. When a student is joining in a first year, so in their mindset, what they will be thinking in the first year is, yeah, I'm in first year only now. I have a lot of time. 2 more years are there to uh, make myself ready, or to study, or to upgrade my skill. So you have to change this mindset. So if you're joining the first year, from the first year itself, you think like you don't have further more time. Okay, you're in the final stage of something, or final stage of year, final year of class, or you don't have time, something you have to prepare for, that you don't have much time. So you have to always, the problem is, I mean, generally I'm talking about in India, the problem is the people always think that we have a time for everything. If we think like that, definitely the procrastination will be there. We will keep postponing things. We will not stick on to the schedule. So we will not plan something new. We will not do learn something new. So we will keep postponing. So this mindset we need to change. We have to think like we don't have further time. Whatever it is, I need to do my work, or I need to complete this task today itself, or within 1 month itself. Okay, if you are planning to reduce your weight, so majority of the people think like, I have 6 months of, I have taken 6 months of period. Okay, so within 6 months I'll be reducing 10 kgs. That is not right. That is not the right way. So you have to take only 1 month of time. Within 1 month of time, you have to try. You have to try to reduce 10 kgs. Definitely, whether it is possible or not, when you take a deadline, okay, so 1 month, definitely that push will be there. You'll be pushing yourself. Anyway, you don't have much time. When you have that relaxation till 6 months, definitely you are not going to get a good progress. So this is the second thing. So you have to learn new things, and in order to learn new things, you have to set a deadline. Okay, so set a deadline for your task, whatever it is, your studies. If you have 3 portion to complete within 1 month, you can make it as 15 days. Within 15 days, I need to complete this. Remaining 15 days, anyway, it's your bonus, or it's a grace time that you can do the revision, or if you have any pending 10%, 20% pending, that you can do it after 15 days. Okay, so set a deadline to learn a new thing. So that is the best way you can learn a new thing. If you are planning, so I can learn new things within 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years of time. So definitely it is not going to happen. So if you are thinking, I have 2 years time to learn something new or to prepare myself for an employment, definitely it is not going to happen. What will happen? No? So most of the students will be thinking like this, and the first 2 years will be gone, and in the last year they'll be under a tremendous pressure. So I need to prepare all those things. I need to prepare myself, my academics work there and everything. So at the time, so when everything is coming, so they'll be get pressurized. Okay, so set a deadline and try to learn new things. Okay, new things in the sense, so which is something unique. Okay, so if you have a class, I think you belong to third year students. So I think, I don't know how many of you are from third year and second year now, from here. So if you are from third year's batch, uh, so almost in BCom department, you'll be having 60 students in your class. So you have to be something unique from other 59 students, at least in one thing. Okay. So definitely that is going to help you, because majority of the people, I mean almost 90-95% of students will be having the same quality or same capability or same skill that you have. If you are not differentiating you from others, definitely you are not going to get opportunity. Okay, it can be anything. So if you can make a difference in anything. Okay, so if you are learning a new language, be it French or be it Hindi. So if you are knowing a new language, that is an added advantage. You are making yourself unique from others here. Okay, so that is very, very important, and you have to be very unique. For that, you have to learn something new. Okay, so please prepare yourself to learn something new. So definitely it is going to help you. And so this is the major thing that we are expecting from the students. What is the different thing, or different thing the students has done, or what is the difference he or she is having when comparing to other students. What, if you are putting the student in a situation, how he will be able to learn new things, and how he can contribute to the team, to the organization. So that's what we will think. You try to learn new things as much as possible. So when you're in the college, if you're out of college, definitely you will be in a pressure for going for higher study or going for an employment. So it will not happen. So you have a precious three years of time. So you have ample of time, and so definitely you have to learn new things and try to adapt yourself according to the situation. Okay. So this is the third point. And so the next point is communication. Okay, communication in the sense, as when I say communication, you will be thinking you should be very good in communicating in English. Okay, so that is a language. So anyway, that is the expectation in nowadays. Okay, so that is secondary. So communicating in English is secondary. So even if you know your regional language, if you are strong in English, okay, so you have to be very thorough or very clear, or your points should be very articulated. Okay, uh, if you are trying to convey something, okay, so even if you're talking in Tamil, I should be able to understand it very clearly without any further questions or further doubts. Okay, so that is what communication. So when we do the campus interview, we will not expect much English communication from the students. Okay, for anyway we will be hiring for a lot of designations. For a few designations, we won't be required for fluent communication. Okay, it's an average communication is enough. So what we will ask student is, so even if you're not okay with communicating in English, you can uh, you know uh, tell your points in your regional language, whatever it is. Okay, Tamil or Malayalam or whatever. So but few students will be able to do this, and few students will be having some struggle in this also. Okay, so communicating in their own language. So this Tamil language only they are communicating with all the students and everybody. When it comes to an interview or in a discussion, so they are struggling to do it. Something sometimes they'll be telling something and the other students also unable to reach, okay, so or get it. So when it is having a discussion, so you have to make your point very clear, whether it is English or whether it is Tamil, okay, whatever it is, you have to make clearly, okay, you have to articulate your point very clearly, so then only the communication point will be very easy, okay. So this is the next point, so the communication, okay. So communication is playing a vital role anyway. So different companies will be, I mean, different industries will be expecting different level of communication, okay. So according to myself, communication is nothing but, so you have to convey your messages without any struggle, okay. The person who is receiving your communication should be able to get your points, okay. So that is what communication. When you do the communication, you can be bold, okay. So don't hesitate, and you have to uh, you know make the other person who is in the receiver side, so they have to, he or she has to get your points very clearly. So that is what major important thing, okay. And the next point is negotiating skill, okay. So this is one of the major employability skill, okay. And the negotiating skill in the sense, so most of you will be having questions how we need to negotiating, how we need to uh, you know uh, uh, build the skill, okay. I'll tell you. So negotiation is right from your house, okay. So when you have a discussion with your parents, or when you have a discussion with your siblings, brother or sister, from there your negotiation is starting. So when mother is telling, so I'll not give you more than 3 idlis, okay. So there you are trying to negotiate, no, I want 4 idlis, okay. So negotiation start from there. So in employment, how negotiation is making a or playing a crucial role is, so when you work in a team or when you join in an organization, so you have to handle different kind of situations, okay. So in this different kind of situation, definitely some point in time, uh, all the people definitely, everybody won't be same, okay. So they'll be different in their skill set, their experience, and their uh, you know uh, uh, qualities, and their behavior and everything. So in order to manage everybody, you have to negotiate. If A is asking something, so you should be able to deliver something what A is asking, okay. And if B is a person, if he is asking something else, we should be able to negotiate with this person. So anyway, you are going to, when you join an organization, you are going to deal with the stakeholders, your managers, your customers, and everybody. So definitely you'll be receiving a lot of request and a lot of uh, you know things from your stakeholders or customers or employees, okay. So whatever it is, you have to good in negotiating with everybody. So sometimes in forum, in organizations, you will be in a training session, okay. When the trainer is taking a session, so he'll be asking you to discuss something, and you are discussing something what you know, okay. And if somebody is denying, so you should be able to clearly articulate, okay, what you are saying. And so how you are strong or how you are clear in your point, okay. That is what mostly important. That is called negotiating skill, okay. And next thing is planning and organizing okay. Planning and organizing is another important skill that you require. See, here is in planning only the majority of the students are lagging in, okay. So they will live a life as they wish, okay. So they will not plan anything. So I can 100% bet you, so none of you are having a proper schedule, how you have to start a day and how you have to end the day, okay. Or how you have to cover your portions, okay. If your academics is started, then how you have to cover up your portions. When the examination schedule you are getting, how you are going to complete your portions, okay. So these are all things are possible only if you are doing a good planning, okay. If you are having a good planning, okay, so definitely your day will end smoothly, Okay, if you're not having a planning, so you're not having a planning. I will tell you an example. So if you don't, for example, a student, if he is not having a proper planning, so I'll tell you how his life would be. So he'll be starting his day maybe 7, 8, or 9 o'clock, and he'll be having some routine, but that routine he won't be planning. Okay, so it won't go as he was planning. Okay, so sometimes he will lose some time. Okay, so he'll be spending much time for a small thing, and he'll be interacting with people, and there is he may lose a lot of time. So that is a problem if the planning is not there. So if you are planning your day properly, so from the with a schedule from morning, so definitely your day will be very good, and it will be productive in the sense it will definitely yield you some result. Okay, you should always work for a result. If you're planning a day, so definitely end of the day you should assess yourself. So what is the thing I was able to get it through this planning? Okay, so what is the benefit of this day, and what I have learned this day? So that is what important. Okay, so you have to start your day with the planning. So whether it is when it is coming to your study, or when you be there at your home, so this planning is very important. So you have to plan your day properly, so else your day will be very messy. Okay, and it will be very important when you come to the organization, when you join in the company, or when you attend an interview. So when you get a JD, or when you get an invitation from the placement officer that you're having a placement, or Kotak Life Insurance is coming for a campus hiring, so from there, from the time you got the schedule, you have to plan yourself. Okay, what are the things I need to prepare? Okay, so I need to know about the company, and what is the JD, what they are expecting, what is their background. Okay, all these preparations that you have to do. If you're not planning these things, definitely you're not going to get the job. So when HR asks, what how many of you know about Kotak Life Insurance, then definitely will not get the answers. From there we can assess you. So you haven't done any homework. Okay, so for that you need to have a good planning on organizing skill. Okay, and the next thing is self management. Okay, so self management is really an important task or important skill that you required in order to get a job. Okay, so self-management, in the sense, it will be playing a crucial role in a student's life. Okay, for example, if you're not managing yourself properly, then definitely you cannot manage a work. Okay, so even if you join an organization, definitely you cannot manage. So managing yourself, in the sense, it will come in various parts. It will be in timing, it will be punctuality, and your self motivation, and organizing, and doing a task, and obedient. All these things will come in self management. It will not, you cannot learn this in a day or in a night. Okay, so you have to do this in the practice only. Okay, self management, in the sense, you have to stick on to your schedule. Okay, for example, I need to be very punctual, whatever it is. Even if the college is 9 o'clock, I should be there 8:45 itself. Or if my meeting is starting around 9:30, I should be there at least 9:15. So this is the checklist that you are going to do. So that is called self management. Okay, and one more thing is, you have to assess yourself, doing the self assessment. So this is what major important thing. And so if you're not doing the self assessment, you cannot know about yourself. Okay, so these are all the things we will be gauging from the students. Okay, when we do the campus interview, when we interact with the students, so in these points, in these parameters, they are lagging. So that's why I'm discussing all these points. Okay, so when we ask a student, last year also I had an experience when I was doing an interview with the students. I was asking, so what is your routine? How you will manage yourself when you get an anger? How you will react? And he was telling me, no, I won't plan anything much. Okay, so I'll be starting my day around 8 o'clock or 8:30. So day will go as like it is. Okay, and I'll go to college, and I will come to home. Then I will roam with students, sorry, friends, and I will play with them. And So are you what kind of person you are? So that is what the next question I was asking. He was telling, no, I don't know about myself. I'm a person who is always enjoying and so taking responsibilities. So that is enough. So that's what his reply. So here we didn't hear any quantitative or qualitative reply. Okay, so how do you assess yourself? Okay, so 1 month once or 3 months once or 3 months, 2 months once, if you are assessing about yourself, okay, where I was in the first month and where I'm in third month, okay, what is the skills that I'm having and what is the new thing I have learned and how I'm good in punctuality or time management or handling a people or handling a situation. Okay, so this is what self management. So you have to be very thorough and you have to be very conscious. Okay, so when you do the self management. Okay, so this is the next point and the final point. So we don't have much to discuss. Okay, these are all the important points I am discussing about. And the final one is problem solving. Okay, for problem solving, definitely in IT industry, if you are going for a IT uh, a job, okay, if you're choosing an IT industry as your career, so definitely they will be having a lot of test, problem solving, test aptitude, reasoning, and everything. Okay, so there they are analyzing your problem solving skill. When it's come to other industry like insurance, will not give you any aptitude or reasoning kind of test. Okay, it will start from your work only. Okay, when you join the work, so there is some conflict in your team or so in your team member. So you are handling a team. So there is some conflict is happening in your team. So how you are going to solve it? Okay, else and we can put it like this. Okay, you are going for a meeting or if you are going to meet a customer. Okay, this customer is very complex, which means he's not agreeing what you're saying. Okay, so he is expecting something more. So there you have to give some solution. Okay, reasonable solution which both the parties are mutually agreeing, both the parties are mutually getting benefited. And this problem solving will come only if you handle a team or if you interact with the person. When you are in a class representative, okay, the class representative will be playing a major role. If you're a class representative, then definitely you would have come across all these things. Okay, so you will be handling a 60, 50, 60 students. Okay, so you will be interacting with them. So every day you'll be having some task with all the students. So how you are going to solve their problems, how you are addressing their issues. So when you have the larger responsibility, so definitely this problem solving skill also will come automatically. So my sincere advice is, so you try to be part of any team, okay, and try to take larger responsibility and be volunteer, okay. You should be the initiator, okay. So that is what this is the one more point I just wanted to convey. So you should be the initiator, okay. So be volunteer, and whatever it is. For example, there are 10 people, okay. So when we are doing the group discussion or something, so we will be giving the topic to the student and we'll be expecting somebody to start. Okay. So majority, okay. So in almost 90% of the colleges, only one person will start. Okay, not all of them will start at a time. Okay. So only one person will start at a time, and he will be, he will be ready to initiate the discussion. Okay. So instead of that, you all should be in a initiative part. Okay. So you have to take the responsibility and you should be the volunteer. Okay, whatever it is, even it is a positive or negative result or solution, so you should be the initiator. So that is the one more point which I wanted to convey. And so with this I'm completing my session. So these are all the major the employability skill which the employer will be looking at you. And so you have, if you are in the first year batch or second year batch, still you have a lot of time. Okay, and you can prepare yourself. And if you are a third year student, definitely you would have learned all these things in your first year and second year. And still you have time. Maybe your exams are happening now, and so you have 3-4 months of time, and so you can learn anything and everything in the organization when you join. So people who are in the third year, so students who are there in the first year and second year, you have still time. Okay, so you can invest your time on developing yourself. If you're not developing yourself, definitely you're not going to get the good opportunity. Okay, so spend some time and analyze yourself, analyze your skills, and take possibilities or chances wherever it is, and grab the opportunities and be part of any event or any group, and try to collect market intelligence, market informations. If you are in a BCom student, you should be thoroughly knowing about the economy, Indian economy related kind of. Okay, and if you are from science student, microbiology students, and you have to know what happening in the life science industry. So what are the companies and what is the major initiative, and what new things are happening in your industry. So you have to be aware about your industry and your market scenario. So that will upskill yourself to get a good opportunity in any organization. So with this, I'm completing my session. So I hope this will be definitely helpful, and will be taking all these points, and you'll try to make yourself upgrade yourself, and you'll try for a good employment. And wish you all the best. And if you need any support or any help, definitely you can reach out to your placement officer. He is having a contact. Definitely will be helping you. And so wish you all the best.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you very much. You gave a wonderful speech here. And I request P.Sukumar ma'am for the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, கேக்குதா sir பேசுறது?
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I deem it great honor and privilege to purpose vote of thanks on this memorial occasion. First and foremost, I like to thank the Almighty God making today occasion a resounding success. Our sincere thanks to the chief guest, Mr.Sanjay Raveendran, sir, HRE, Kotak Life Insurance. Thank you, sir. Thank you for interesting and valuable information, sir. We would like to extend our thanks to Chairman Srimati Jyothimani Amma and Secretary S. Parameswaran, sir, and our hearty thanks to trustee members, Mr. Shankar Ganesh, sir, and the trust members. We also extend a special thanks to our CEO, sir, and Director Vijay Sundaram, sir, and we would like to thank the Principal Dr. R. Natarajan, sir, and Vice Principal Dr. A. Muhammad Ismail, sir, and Raja Kishan, sir, and Dr. N. Kalpitaramal, sir, and Dr. Karpava Madam, and Mohammad Naina Marikai, sir. And my hearty thanks to the Head of Areas Department and the faculties, and our sincere thanks to Placement Coordinator. You give a wonderful support to placement. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my dear students for your cooperation in making this webinar a resounding success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Sanjay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohammed. So I can disconnect, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much.